Hello, everybody. This is Iconian Flame. Welcome to another episode of Star Trek Online. Now, before I begin, I have the hiccups. I noticed I am halfway through. At least through the temporal agent missions, because I still have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete this one, or to get that one. Ooh, I'll grab that. Now, this one is in Temporal Ambassador, which is a little further down. Ooh, I got ships. Cool. Then I have these commendations, still trying to work on those. Then we got these reputations, still really working on those. It's taking a while. But these things last forever, so as long as I get there. So... But it did dawn on me that I am now going here. So we're getting there. And this is where the Ambassador one is. So it's getting down the line. Huh. Anyway. Let's go. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepared and ready for activation. Because of the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway and all we learned from with our allies, we are inviting representatives from the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the KDF, Clan Defense Force, to join us on New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us. Okay. Back there I go, I guess. Yoink. Nope. Seriously? I don't care about the PvP mission. Here, I'll hide that back here. There we go.
It would be my pleasure.
Really? As part of the excavations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization than that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods. In actuality, these species are much higher technological than our own level than on our own. These Dwens were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the gateway. It's Iconian, but it must have seemed most magical to the Dwans. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the gateway briefly, but the reaction was too unstable. The geothermal tap caused a chained volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that the ash clouded the sky, dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked and many of the Dwens died. The survivors retreated to underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and fauna that could adapt survived until we arrived. You were instrumental in helping us discover the secrets of this world. Now that we've found the Iconian Gateway, we feel that it could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy will be at our fingertips. I just did.
Welcome to New Romulus.
I just talked to you, dude. Can I just auto-follow? No. Damn it. So we're not in our suits, huh? Did you guys fix those leaks and stuff? The superheating? That's weird. There's a little button there. I just wasn't sure what that is. Also, did you get it unstuck?
Welcome.
The Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation and the Cleon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. Harnessing the power of the Gateway will change everything for our people. Yeah. Let's try that again. Yes, we must be cautious. The Dwaynes tried to do the same thing and then destroyed them. But we have been studying the Gateway since, Admiral. But we have been studying the Gateway since Admiral Takes helped us discover it. And that's me. Since you helped us discover it. And we believe that we understand that the Dwaynes went wrong. Or where the Dwaynes went wrong. We now have the technology and the knowledge to successfully adapt Iconian technology for our own use. We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Daewons, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
Hey, Worf, what's up?
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
Are there problems?
No problem.
Ambassador Worf was invited here because his experience with Iconian gateways and has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problems of the past, but I fear that, like the ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. The TAN and the Senate believe this to be an important step for the New Republic. But it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture, just as the Bajorans and the Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole of the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. As the interests of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take the final check of the data. Perhaps Admiral Takes will be willing to assist you. I am ready to assist, Ambassador.
Acceptable. Admiral Kararek, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Understood. I'm not an engineer or a scientist. I'm a fighter. What the hell? What do I know about any of this? Hey, there's Cooper again. What is the hell with Cooper? I swear.
The gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
What is with this kid? He's all over the place.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for the contingency. The Dwaynes, weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the gateway. We have advantages they could only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar. How can I help?
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. Takes can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the alpha, gamma, and delta monitors. Maybe I do need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. I'll find those numbers. Okay. I swear, what is with Eric Cooper? Is he a time agent that I should be keeping an eye on? I swear.
Program initialized. Select monitoring program.
Okay, so I need to increase the power levels of beta by 10.
Program initialized. Program initialized.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Program initialized. Program.
Alpha is 14. What the hell?
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers? Alpha is 14. That looks correct.
Gamma was in 47?
Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
It's also in the 40s.
Are you sure? Were you able to find...
Really?
Program initialized.
Gamma, Delta, and Epsilon are both in their 40s. Beta's 34. Basically, they are all in the 40s except Beta.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Oh, wrong number.
Program initialized.
Okay, so... I'm going to pull up a screenshot. Hang on. Little BS here. I don't like this. Okay. Screenshot. Okay.
Program initialized.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Alpha is 14.
Alpha is 14. That
Gamma
looks
is
correct.
47.
Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
Delta is 38. As you can see, Ambassador, we have all the data and the numbers perfectly in order. Does that satisfy you?
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck? Well, I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen.
Let me close this other window out. Okay, there we go.
Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
Perhaps we should speak with the engineering teams.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
I'm sure Commander Mayak would appreciate the newest set of data.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death like in the caves, like the Dowens. This gateway is extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we built here?
Finally.
You want a full-time job here? Could use some reliable help. Huh. Those aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
Of course you do, Worf.
So do I, but we're on a deadline.
My team has the geothermal tap operational And with the proper numbers, we can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it. I would be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands to raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. Admiral, could you help? All of my team are busy with the tap, and it will give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrania to do it, but she's got her hands full as it is. Tan invited you here, Ambassador. He has a good reason. He's a good man. I trust him, and if he thinks you have something important to say, we'll listen to him.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
I'll activate the consoles and the monitor to the power readings. Huh. There they come. Did you guys fix these doors? That's a big gateway.
The numbers are good, but something seems off.
The gateway may not be exactly like the others we've encountered.
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
You open a door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Do you think there's something on the other side trying to get in?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
I understand what the gateway means to my people, and I am concerned about what could happen. If we open it without taking more precautions, can we have more security?
Captains Sean and Corin have been consulting with Kararek's security forces. I will ask Corin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
He commands an enterprise, as is there's multiple. Anyway, I'll speak to Sean and see what our options are. Where's our Tellarite buddy? There he is.
How may I assist you?
You have a moment?
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Actually, Ambassador Worf has some concerns about the gateway. And because he can't come over and chat with the Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share in his concerns about the gateway. What do you think we should do? He wants an opinion to neutralize the gateway if we need to.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are just too powerful to have, for anyone to have. Still, it is my job to do what the Starfleet command orders, and so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation. But it is also my job to protect the ship and the Federation. So I have my engineers working on some contingency plans. If Korn is bringing some extra ground troops to deal with any unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at the Ramian's invitation, after all. But it's always good to have a backup plan. I'll take care of it.
What are you? Ah, good idea.
Oh, okay. Just in case.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Prepare to activate the gateway. Okay, this will be interesting to see.
Initiating final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. We've got a spike. Attempting to compensate. No good.
Abort! Abort the mission!
Shut it down.
Detonating charges.
Didn't work.
No effect. Get everyone out of the chamber.
Not happening. Now what?
Into the gateway. Now!
Everybody move, move, move.